Hello everyone, welcome back. Hope you're doing absolutely fantastic, and today we're back with another Microsoft Flight Simulator video, and this is a preview on the analog King Air 350 by Black Square. This is being published by Just Flight, and it should be coming out very soon. Look at this beauty. The King Air is an absolutely gorgeous aircraft. And as you can see, this is the interior. So this mod basically improves the interior, and it's got slightly improved aerodynamics as well. So we're going to be going over the interior a little bit and some of the features, and we're going to be doing a quick flight. There's a very specific reason I chose this place. It's a really beautiful area in Norway, but the weather. So the weather is absolutely beautiful. As you can see, tons of visibility, but so battery on. They work, and you can actually see it's pushing the rain away. They work. So let's go off, park. Yep, very nice. Very nice. So we have swappable radio stack. So right here we can check this out. So right here we have this option. And then right here, I'm gonna keep it like this. There's also damage for the aircraft, like engine damage. So if you push the engine too far, you're gonna damage the engine and you might get a failure, an engine failure. There are also random and scheduled failures, which we will be going over. There's a very in-depth checklist system in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Look at this. Very in-depth, and something really nice is you can always click here if you don't know where something is. This is up here, and bam. So yeah, we're gonna be doing the checklist. Emergency exits unlocked, and I will have a link for this in my description down below if you wanna check it out for yourself. It's not out yet today, but it should be coming out very soon. Park and brake is set. It is. Control locks removed. Standby and cross-feed pumps. Yes, they are off. And auxiliary transfer pumps on auto. The circuit breakers, they actually work. So another thing this mod does is it completely overhauls the electric system on the King Air 350. So all the circuit breakers, they work. Every circuit breaker, buzz, meter, switch, knob, they are functional. You can pull a circuit breaker and you're gonna see that whatever the circuit breaker is for, it's gonna stop working like it should. So you can actually pop the circuit breakers. Battery bus is normal. It is. Bar is down. External power off. Avionics off. Auto ignition is off. Inverters off. And if you don't know where something is, you can just click this. Bus ties normal. Engine anti-ice is required. Anti-ice actuators main. It is on main. Starters off. Auto feather off. Landing gear is down. I would be very worried if it was not down. Exterior lights off. It is off. This is the lights panel. There's the landing gear. Prop sync is off. It is. Power levers. Yep. Propellers full forward. Condition cut off. Flaps are up. Friction lock set. Trim centered. Oxygen manual dropout. So right here we have it's on the co-pilot. Okay, hold on. This is so you can manually drop the oxygen masks for the passengers. And this is the automatic. Yeah, so you pull this. Cabin pressure mode is on pressurize. Rotor boost is on. Electric trim is on. Cabin master is off. It is lights as required. No smoking is on. Vent blower is low. Cabin temperature as required. Temperature mode is off. Bleed air and veer off. So and veer off. Environment off. Aft blower as required. Electric heater is off. Oxygen pressure is... Okay, so it's this right here. So it is looking good. Alternate static air. Okay, let's... Okay. Copilot circuit breakers. Yeah. Look at how many of these we have. And I will be showing them as we start the aircraft and we take off. You can pop them out. This is very, very nice. Lightning master as required. Windshield wipers off. Sources are normal. Yep. Battery master is coming on. Battery, we do have 23 volts. Initiators, we can test this. And we have this view of the initiators. So let's hide this for a bit. And we can also see them from here fairly well. Yeah, let's do this one, because why not? We have the test button. Everything is looking good. Brightness set. We do have a knob for the brightness, which is this one. I'm gonna leave it. Is it that one? Yes, it is. Okay. Fuel quantities, we should have more than enough. We do. Engine start. Beacon. If you have two monitors, it really helps if you pop this out and you have this on the second monitor. The reason I'm not doing this is I actually want to show the checklist for everyone. Okay, so prop area. Can I get a clear prop? I'm gonna assume everyone heard me. Men close at night. I'm gonna consider that night. Right starter. Let's turn on the nav. Right starter. So if you don't know where it is, it's here. So right starter, and then low idle stable above 12 ng, and we're gonna keep an eye on the ITT. The reason I'm not starting this up yet is I want to let you guys know you can actually hot start this. You can actually cause a hot start, and that's very, very nice. You do have to keep an eye on the ITT. You do have to introduce fuel at the right time. So not only is the entire electrical system simulated, the battery charge is simulated, the electric meters, they respond to the loads and everything. The engine, you actually have to keep an eye on the ITT. That's very nice. Okay, so let's start this. And right here we have the panel with all of the instruments. No. There we go. So 12. Right engine. Idle. ITT up to 900. Fuel pressure and temperature above 50. Okay, so off at 50. Right, oil and fuel pressure, yeah. Right, generator reset, then on. No. That's not how you do this. There we go, let's use the scroll wheel. It's gonna be a little bit easier. Our DC gen is extinguished, just so we can check this out. It's this right here. Gen off, light comes on. Gen on, reset, it's on. Gen load, it's up here. We do have the right gen with around 20. Volts 28, so 28-ish. Battery amps positive. And then high idle. Can I get a clear prop? Left starter. And now we're gonna repeat the same. NG above 12. We've got 10. There we go. ITT. Ooh. A little bit higher than the first one. Pressure and temperature looking good. Above 50. Come off. Okay. Right condition on idle. Left generator reset and then on. Did extinguish the initiator. Left gen load is around 10. Votes looking good. Battery amp positive. Generator ties normal. Right generator hold reset. Left gen votes 28. Left generator hold reset. I think I have to hold reset and check this, but it's gonna be hard, so 28. Okay, we can test the initiators again. And looking good. Yeah, if you lose this bar, so you're here, you move out, you don't have it anymore, just move it around. B4 taxi, so as you can see, everything's looking good. B4 taxi, fire detector test. The fire detector test is right here. So let's zoom out. Okay, so far so good. It's looking good. Fire nose shaders observe. Gear handle lights. Gonna have to move sideways a little bit. Yep. Stall warning. Generator ties. Open. Generator tie initiator is illuminated. And if you can really see where it is. Just zoom out a little bit. It kind of helps you see where what is changing. But yeah, it was up here. Center votes. Let's zoom in so you can see a little bit better. Yeah, so 29, 28-ish. 28-ish. It does match battery. Gen ties on normal. Center votes on 28. Yeah. Bus sense test. And then gen ties initiator. We're gonna have to do this like so. Yeah, it is. Bus sense reset. Extinguished. PPL FAT votes 28 votes. Yep. Bleed air on open. So enver off. Up is open. Pneumatic pressure is in the green. So pneumatic pressure is right here. Temperature mode on auto. Duct temperature as desired. Vent blower on auto. Auto. Electric heater as required. Cabin master is on. Cabin accessories as desired. And suction green. AC inverters command on. AC bus initiators extinguished. Yep. Frequency 400 Hertz. Yep. AC votes 120. Yep. Weather radar. So this is where you control the failures and the condition of your aircraft. We do have a functional weather radar, but if you push the engine too far, you're gonna lose condition. And I'm actually gonna push the engine a little bit too far so I can show what it is, what it looks like here. So as you can see, global failure rate, active failures, random, scheduled, detailed settings. Very, very nice. This is the weather radar, which should not be on in the ground. Actually, how was the weather radar on? The avionics is off, isn't it? And as soon as I moved this, it turned off. Well, this is a preview, so... I was flying this so I could actually figure out how this works, and I had not seen this happen. So that's a first. Test on. Oh, I know why. It's because it's on nav. Yeah. So avionics off. So even with the avionics off, yeah, and then nav, yeah, you can actually tweak the settings with the avionics off. It actually makes sense. Yeah. So standby, avionics on. Okay. So this is intended. Yeah. Remote compass. Okay. If you don't know where something is, you just click here. Yep. It's working. Flight instruments about to be set. We're gonna be cruising at flight level 250. So this is where we choose our altitude. I like this, and we can actually pull this, so we can do hundreds. Push pull. Audio and radios. So something very, very nice is you can actually swap the radio stack, but it can actually save the frequencies. That's welcome, especially if you're doing like multiple legs and you want to keep the frequency of the last place you were at. The instruments here, it is compatible with the PMS 50 GTN 750 and the TDS 750. Flight controls free and correct. Initiators consider. So we only have cabin door and auto feather, prop hitch. Okay. Close this. Cabin door off. Instrument flags consider. Exterior lights as required. Park and brake release. Brakes test. Okay, E for taxi. Nose wheel. I'm gonna kinda jump through these right now so we can get to the runway a little bit faster. So we are at Echo, November, Foxtrot, Lima. In Norway, we are going to Echo, November, M. There we go. We're gonna depart out of Dopu 1H. Low departure. And we're gonna arrive at Addons 3L. There we go. Yeah, that's it. Nose wheel centered, parking brake set. Yeah, let's get rid of you for a second. Let's just maneuver out of here. As you can see, ground maneuverability is really good. We didn't require any pushback whatsoever. And I really like this. This way we can actually get out of most places, I'd say. Okay. So taxi lights coming on. I really like the rain effects and slow. Cabin pressurization mode is on press, and we're going to be climbing to flight level 250. So this is how you choose the altitude you're going to be flying at. For the pressurization system. So you have this right here. The interior is the altitude you're going to be flying at. So we have 25, and the outside is the altitude inside the cabin. And right here on the left side you have the rate that you're going to pressurize this. So right here you have the cabin climb. This is how fast you're either pressurizing or depressurizing. Flaps for takeoff. We have been cleared for takeoff. This is off. This is good. Exterior lights for takeoff. So landing lights, taxi lights. Strobe. Tito, stall warn. Auto ignition not required. Auto feather armed. Transponder on and out. It is on out. Weather radar as required. So test on. Range. There we go. As you can see, it works. Propeller Full forward. Wind socket. Look at that. Very, very strong crosswind. With the weather radar out of the way, we can see it works. We can see it actually shows the weather, basically. I changed the weather a little bit so we can actually take off. The crosswind was just too strong for this, so... Slowly but surely. Pushing the throttle a little bit past its limits. Yep. And rotate. Beautiful. Landing gear coming up. Flaps coming up. Now we can pull the throttle back just a little bit further. There we go. This is a preview, this is not a review, but I gotta say it's fairly easy to hand fly this, which is very, very nice. Okay. Autopilot coming on, nav, and climb. There we go. Up here we have the lights, so let's see which... 8, okay. So here we have all the lights, if we want to turn them on. The master panel lights. You can do night flying here. Yeah. Just like I mentioned, I pushed the engine past its limits during the takeoff. And look at this, engine condition 83. And then we can repair the engine. Very, very nice. We can refill the oxygen, because you do use the oxygen. It is simulated. Climb. Checklists. Propellers 1600. Okay. Let's get it just there. Prop sync. Engine instruments monitor. Exterior lights as required. Landing lights can come off. Prop sync is doing its thing. Ice protection as required. Windshield anti-ice on normal. It is on normal. Pressurization set. Cruise altitude. Yeah, we are on 25. And just so I can show the cabin rate that I mentioned. So, right here for the pressurization cabin climb, as you can see we are climbing at around 500 feet, the cabin. If we change this, we can bump this up. It's going up, so 700. A lot higher, 1,000. Yeah, that's not going to be very comfortable for the passengers. So let's bump it down, and yeah. I'm gonna leave it there, but it is something that is simulated. You know what this looks like? This looks like a very fun flight. Yeah. Right here on the pilot's side, we can check the outside air temperature, which is fairly cold. Fairly cold. But on the co-pilot, nice. We can check the inside temperature. And it is controlled by this area right here. So we have the cabin temperature, the temp mode. Auto is kind of the easy way to control this. It's hands off, you just set the temp here. And then the aircraft will basically do its thing. Now that we are flying and it's perfectly safe to do so, we can start messing with the circuit breakers. So quantity. Let's do this one as well. Okay. We also have the instruments, so let's do ITT, which is all the way up here. Ooh, nice. Arc. Fuel flow. Oil pressure. Oil temperature. Nice. Looking on the co-pilot's circuit breaker, I found 2 weather radars. So we have the weather radar right here, and RT failure. Nice. What about this one? It completely turns off the unit. We have AP, no, we're gonna leave that alone. Rudder, glide slope. Yeah. I kind of want to leave most of these alone. So, yep. Now we know. Now we know. And this is the one we popped. We also have nav, cabin, avionics, master. We completely shut down all the avionics. Nice. Including the autopilot. Okay, let's engage the autopilot again. Nav. We do have half bank enabled. SR is for turbulence. It's to basically try and smooth out the ride, I want to say. We are at our top of descent, so we're gonna start preparing for, well, the descent. So auto feather arm. Our first restriction is 10,000. Okay, looking good. And right here on the autopilot, we have climb and descent. If I'm not mistaken, climb basically climbs you at 160. And descent, I'm not too sure, we're gonna have to check. But it basically helps you maintain a set speed. So it's fairly straightforward. So we're gonna go and descent. There we go. And we are on nav, descent, autopilot, half bank. This sign here is half bank. This. There we go. Now we can pull the throttle just a little bit so we can increase our vertical speed. There we go. And we can set our landing altitude. I'm just gonna leave it on 0. There we go. We're reaching 10,000, landing lights coming on, and our next restriction is 5,000. Pulling the the throttle back a little bit, and we are still in descent mode, looking good. Pressurization, okay. Windshield anti-ice normal. Pitot, stall, looking good. Interior temperature, as you can see, the cabin temp is controlling this fairly well. We are getting ready for the approach. We have the airport in sight. Prop sync is off, auto feather is on, landing lights are on, strobe is on. Okay, looking good. Prop full forward. Cabin pressure, looking good. Autopilot coming off my plane. Now we can start losing some airspeed so we can start deploying flaps and landing gear. There we go. Landing gear coming down. We are full flaps. A little bit high, but we can totally still lose some altitude fairly easy. We are getting the glide slope. There we go. It's a little bit windy. I'm not sure if it's me, but I feel like the weather is a lot better on the latest sim update. I like it a lot. We're gonna land a little bit long, but that's fine. low idle, landing lights coming off, taxi lights coming on, strobe off, windshield off, stall and pitot off, auto feather off. So far so good. Now we can taxi to our parking spot. This is a preview again. I will have a full review for the release. Even though this is just a preview, I gotta say this feels complete. The fly-in, the hand fly-in is very satisfying. It's not too hard. Trimming is very, very easy. Okay, even taxiing here, we have some crosswind. Even taxiing here, I can feel some wind. I'm not sure if it's the last update or if it's the region. I'm gonna guess it's the last update. Maybe it's just me. Okay, we should have a parking area for us near here somewhere. I am completely going off my memory, so... Yes, this is it, isn't it? Yep. This is our parking spot. 9-6. Nice. And taxi lights coming off. We can open up the checklist. As you can see, we have checklists for everything. Auto feather off, it is. Oxygen handle off. Emergency on at night. Avionics coming off. AC inverters off. Cabin master off. You should be on low. Temperature off. Bleed air. Aft blower, it's off. Electric heater is off. ITT stabilized, it is stable. Power levers on idle. And then condition levers cut off. There we go. This is a preview of the analog King Air 350 by Black Square. It is being published by Just Flight, and I will have a link in my description down below for you to check it out. I feel like this should be coming out very soon, and I will have a full review for the release. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, it helps me out a lot, and it also lets me know you guys enjoy the content. And wherever you are, I hope you stay safe, fly safe, bye bye.